es una cervecería de Brooklyn, Estados Unidos. Hello, Zach.
Hello, hello, how are you? ¿Cómo estás?
Zach.
Hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás, amigos? Hola.
Vamos a comenzar con la historia.
We really kind of found a home here in Bushwick, which is a great neighborhood. It's got a lot of industrial warehouse spaces, but also a lot of creative arts, entrepreneurs, great food scene, great music scene. So a really great art scene. And a lot of our identity has kind of been built around our can art, our label art, our design. And we really try to kind of promote quality, variety, and community. Those are kind of our three core principles. And, started out with a lot of variety, every kind of, each of us, my two partners and I, kind of creating different recipes. Started to settle in on some core beers. And, COVID happened, the craft boom happened. Here we are again. We're still kicking. So, it's been quite a journey, but, we have this one warehouse here. It's about 5,000 square feet.
This is the same place.
Yes, this is the same place. Yes, we have been in this exact same space for coming up on 10 years now. It's quite a time. You
love hops.
I do.
Of course. You start with the crazy beer, with a so professional comics draw.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, I mean, our label art and the illustration is a big part of our personality. We really love, Sally the octopus. You can see her on the wall there. She's amazing. She's kind of our spirit animal. All of our illustrations have been created from the very beginning by a local artist. His name is Earl Holloway. He's got a very specific comic book style and background. And, I love that style and that art, that kind of creativity, that personality, the energy of it all. So it kind of felt like a good mix of what we were trying to do with variety and kind of some really intense, flavorful beers. We're not really a quiet brewery. We're not necessarily known for being like super meek and calm. We're a little more loud and in your face, and that kind of like bold art style really fit with us. So
the collection that.
Sí, la colectiva, yeah. It's just been a really great match. Everything from our core beers to fun-off collaborations we've done where, Earl may get an idea and, hey, let's take a movie pun and let's do, instead of Reservoir Dogs, let's do Reservoir Frogs, and then they're all going to be frogs and walking down the street, and looking bad out and tongue going out like grabbing a fly. So we have a lot of fun, and even to this day, we've got a collaboration that we just launched with Marvel Television for Daredevil. So, it's kind of very much our universe to be in this comic book world, and it's really fun.
What happened now? Because 10 years,
yeah. And
now I suppose you choose the styles, you connect with the people now, yeah. in 2026.
Yeah, I mean, a lot has changed. Obviously, the craft beer industry is not growing currently in the U.S. We've decided to downsize our operations a little bit. We had a second warehouse. It just was overkill. We've tried to really focus on consistency, and instead of brewing a new beer every single week, we're really refining our core beer styles. We have 6 of them that we do year-round now. Hazy IPA, West Coast IPA, Hazy Pale Ale, a Pilsner, a Kolsch, and a Fruited Sour. And those beers are amazing. I love those beers. We still get excited about collaborations and new opportunities and new art and new creative opportunities. But I think what customers have really sort of wanted and have responded to is that consistency, being able to trust our beer, being able to look at our beer on the shelf and go, okay, I know KCBC, I know they make this really great hazy IPA, I'm gonna have it again. So that consistency has been really important, and then I think the other big thing has been really focusing on hyper-local. So, our taproom space here, again, it's evolved a little bit over the years. We put in a cool mural. We've now got a projector screen so we can show things like the World Cup games. I love calcio, football,
yes,
soccer,
yes. It's the ambient.
Yeah.
It's all the ambient. continue do mixed fermentation beer?
We do. Our barrel program has gotten a lot smaller lately. We have a beer on tap now that's called Doom Royale. That's a mixed fermentation. I love that. I love that style, that category, that class of beer. Just the possibilities for crazy different flavors. You can kind of come up with anything depending upon the wood and the time and the base beer. Whether you're targeting a certain wild yeast culture that maybe you've introduced, or you're letting something happen more spontaneously.
Fruit.
Yeah, the fruit. I love fruited sours, and I grew up in Washington State originally, where we have amazing hops and amazing fruit, and so those ingredients and be able to play with those, even in mixed fermentation beers, is really fun.
Now you are focused with the others.
We are.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, lagers have become obviously a bigger part of our portfolio. I mean, it's a style of beer that I've always loved. We have a year-round Pilsner. This is our Infinite Machine right there. It's really delicious, cute little cans now. This is one of my favorite beers, that consistency, that cleanliness, you can't really hide behind it. As much as I love bold flavors, and I've talked about that, having just a crisp, beer-flavored beer, to be cliche, is an amazing, and it's an important thing because customers are still discovering, local beer, discovering our beer, and a lot of them, I don't think there's necessarily as much desire or need for I want chocolate, double marshmallow, crazy, wild, rutabaga beer. I'm like, maybe I'll just start with just a Kolsch or a pale ale. And it's really nice to have customers wanting that and us to be able to make it.
A couple months ago, in February, you make a collaboration with Hopsteiner. Yes. Please tell me, because we tasted, we will taste it in the craft beer in a couple of days.
Yes. We love Hopsteiner. They grow amazing hops. They process hops. They've been in business for a really long time. Great quality. Their R&D program's really exciting. So Heather, who's a good friend of ours, she works for Hopsteiner here. Hey, Heather, what's up? She had an idea of getting us involved in a collaboration. This beer is a West Coast style Pilsner. So we're using a really cool trio of hops from Hopsteiner. One is called Lemon Drop. It's been around for a little bit while, but it's very experimental. It's very lemony. Another one is a noble hop blend, trying to sort of think about local and trying to sort of create maybe a nod to classic German noble hops, but using something grown in North America. But then inverting that on the sort of citrus side, where we used a hop called Solero that's actually grown in Germany, but happens to have a really punchy, grapefruity kind of lemon character as well. So the beer is called Tiny Taco. It's a West Coast style Pilsner. It's 4.4%. The hop character's bright, it's vivacious, it's crisp, it's clean, it's very sessionable. I can't wait for you guys to try it. Please, everyone, I would love to see you all here in Brooklyn, Bushwick, New York. We're very easy to get to, KCBC, right off the subway line. Please come. I'm Zach. I'm one of the co-founders. We love visitors. We love Argentina. And we love to see you all here. So come enjoy. Disfrutarse.
Hey, got whatever you want. Ooh, yeah. All right. Line joints, they got a sign that's hanging out the front. It's in if you got the money, you